morning, Blue Lulus. How you doing? You've made it to Friday. Whoop, let's get into it. We've got another fainter on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. What is that? We're going to have to start having a fainter tally here in Blue Lululand. I think we're up to like 5 or 6 now. What the heck is that? Because yesterday the Joker administration was having a press conference in the Oval Office, and one of these big corporate yada yadas got up and he was like, "We're so great for the economy. We are just making so much jobs." And this guy was in the back like, and just fell out. Again, it keeps happening. And RFK noped out of there so fast, like, pew! Even though he is the person that is in charge of telling doctors, scientists, nurses, all sorts of practitioners what they should be doing with their lives, when clearly medical advice gives him the yuck. It's so insane. And the Joker just out there like, what? They don't even have like the normal human curiosity to go over and at least stand and like bear witness to this person who was just falling out. No, one just noped out of there, and the Joker just sat there like, well, this was unexpected. It's weird. It's weird. In other news, the DC sandwich guy, you know, the one who put a whole foot long at one of the ICE agents, yeah, he was acquitted on his misdemeanor charges yesterday. During the arguments, this ICE agent got up and he was like, you know, it just caused me a lot of emotional distress because when that sandwich into my bulletproof vest, it exploded. And onions and mustard were everywhere, and the scent permeated my cute little costume, and it caused me a lot of distress. And then they played the tape, and it showed that the sandwich was actually still in its wrapper, both once it hit him and once it was on the ground. And the judge was like, get out. Get out of here. So you know what? Good for you, sandwich guy. You win. Totally worth it. And you have like the coolest 2 truths and a lie of like any person in any icebreaker moving forward. Good for you. In another legal win, the judge from Rhode Island said that the Joker administration did not follow their order to release Snap because he ordered them to release Snap and they didn't. He said that they have to do that by today. We'll see if they actually decide to do so. But if so, please don't forget the spirit of giving and generosity that we have cultivated during this time. Because even if Snap is restored, remember that it's only about $200 a month per person. And moving forward, there are going to be a lot more people that are still going to continue to be in need. So let's continue to flex that muscle because it is good for you. It's good for everybody. Honestly, giving back is one of the ways that we can maintain our groundedness during all of this chaos, right? That girl, Nikali, is doing the Lord's work, going out and calling different churches. She's called about 20 of them so far, and only 3 have been willing to help her imaginary baby get formula. And so if you have any questions about whether your church would help someone in that situation, then you need to find a new church. I don't need Nikali to call my church because I have seen them do this very thing with different people in the community, whether or not they're part of our church or not. And so if you don't know whether or not your church would help people, well, now's your time to make a different choice, yeah? Because people who walk the walk and talk the talk absolutely exist. They're everywhere. You know who doesn't walk the walk and talk the talk is this guy who just won a special contest just the other day who's on Team Red, right? He ran on transparency. And someone said, hey, if you're so big on transparency, are you going to choose to side with the blue people so that we can see these files? And he had nothing to say about that. He just ran away. And it seems like that was probably little Mikey's big plan, right? He was going to wait for this contest to see if he could get one more person on his side so that he can now swear in Adelaida Grijalva and they will still be in a dead heat, right? You can run, but you can't hide. It is very clear that whatever is in there must just be astronomically terrible, and we will see it. It's not an if, it's a when. It will absolutely happen. And Steve Bannon seems to know this too because he was really upset about our big victory on Tuesday. And he's like, if we don't win the halfway point and in 2028, then a lot of people in this room, myself included, are going to prison. Well, there is your ad right there, Democrats, because that is evidence, clear evidence that these folks know that what they're doing is illegal, that what they're doing is breaking the Constitution every single day, and they continue to do so because we have been so weak and so tepid in our responses to them, and that needs to stop right now. And as they're rebuilding their platform in a post-Joker era, we're going to have to do the same thing too, because simply not being him will prove to be insufficient efficient moving forward. You need to get up, get buck, and fight for our country, because he's not going to be there much longer for you to just be the opposite of anymore either. We need to work together to rebuild this beautiful place, and we can see that the economic challenges that we are facing right now are only going to continue to grow. The jobs report from October came out yesterday, and it was abysmal. We lost 150,000 corporate jobs just in the month of October. That is the worst it has been since 2009, and the Fed has dumped $152 billion into the bank's liquidity funds in the last week because bank reserves are the lowest that they have been since the pandemic. This man is just as bad as a plague to our nation, and you have to continue to talk about it. Beat the drum, be loud, don't be wishy-washy or mealy-mouthed. There's no good people on both sides. Be real, be straight up, and be tough, okay? Because we got this. The American people are standing right behind you, and we just gotta keep going! And that's just what we are going to do, no matter what happens today. Hope you take care of yourselves. Hope you drink some coffee, hope you eat a yummy snack, and as always, keep your eyes up, keep your feet on the ground. I'll see you next time. Ta-ta!